I'm laughing. Whoop, my things are going off. I feel like I look a little ridiculous today. I don't know. You might be like, what's ridiculous? This is like your standard look, Nikki, but I do feel a little bit mismatched, a little all over the place today. But today, Logan and I are in the car and we're on our way, or we're gonna go to Trader Joe's.
Yeah, I think we're gonna get some popcorn and candy too.
We actually might, so just please forgive me on the crunchy side of things, okay? We don't chow down on those things.
We don't.
But we do like little bits of them here and there, and to have them around the house for like treats or occasional little like fun rewards. And I gotta be honest, I don't really shop at Trader Joe's much, hardly at all anymore. In general, you've probably heard other crunchy people say this, Trader Joe's is not actually that healthy per se. Like a lot of the ingredients are not so great. You still got to do like the typical grocery like flip of the packaging to read the ingredients. But there are a few things at Trader Joe's that I do love that either like fit the bill for me in terms of like what I would want health wise, or something like some of these things are just so unique. I don't really care so much about like the health aspect and I just want them. So we're gonna drive to Trader Joe's right now, do a really quick mini little haul. Dan is staying home with Lizzie, and then I will come home and take Lizzie, and then he's got to head off to his gig for the day because he starts what is it called, like demolition, deconstruction, I don't know what the word would be, on a project that he is doing next month in Washington. And this will be one of his bigger home renovation projects that he's ever done. Anyways, he's going there today, so we got to make this trip to Trader Joe's speedier than what I'm doing right now. So let's go shopping. Tongue-tied. Okay, I was gonna just say, tell me your favorite Trader Joe's products down in the comments, please, because I feel like Trader Joe's has like an endless amount of stuff, and there could be like plenty of gems that I'm missing. I'll vlog when we get there. There it is.
Yay, we made it! Trader Joe's!
Oh, we'll look for them. Lots of junk food. Yummy, yummy.
Sorry, my mom told me not to put my fingers on the ones, so, but that was just a little mistake. So I don't think she'll care about that little block. Hello. Sorry, I was not supposed to do that.
Is your sample yummy? Oh, yeah. I got one too. I don't know if we even need anything from the freezer section, but we're gonna check. We'll see. This will probably be the junkiest thing that we purchased, but Dan really wants me to get these. Dan really likes cooking this up for Logan and him. Just kind of a basic seafood blend. They like it. It is from the sea. You got it. Want to show them the front? This is like Dan's favorite childhood popcorn. So I've never seen this one before, but this looks good too. I do like getting their salsas in general. I like throwing them in crock pots with meat. This salsa verde and this hatch chili salsa is
Good Trader Joe's.
These are like my real special finds. I'm kind of obsessed with these things. I love them in chili. I love them in guacamole. I love them in salsas. I love them on sandwiches. Literally, I always stock up on like 3 or 4 of these and keep them in the pantry.
This is a hot chocolate mix?
Yeah. Casual. These are the gems you find sometimes at Trader Joe's. 100% pomegranate juice. Thank you. I'll put that in my sparkling water. And it's not in like a massive container. Like they have a bigger one down here. But it's so nice when you can just buy it smaller because I don't want it to go bad. I still love me some Gerolsteiner. So we're going to get some of these here because it's a good price at Trader Joe's. So I decided I'm going to make a salad when I get home with that lettuce. And I wanted some pre-made grilled chicken because I don't have anything thawed, and I found this. It's organic grilled chicken, and it doesn't have like oil and all that stuff, which like all of their meats tend to have. By the way, ignore this giant pimple I have brewing in the middle of my forehead. I never get pimples anymore, but alas, it was my time. Maybe it had to do because I just got my period back. Maybe that's why. Anyways, that's tight, okay? Oh Lord. He's obsessed with helping me make vlogs. If you've watched my vlogs before, you know I like Pilgrims. It's right across the street from Trader Joe's. So people were kind of thinking that when Trader Joe's opened right across the street, like would it be competition with Pilgrims? Because Pilgrims is like a healthier grocery store. But the owners came out and they're so smart. They were like, no, this is actually going to draw business to us because they're very different markets. Like Pilgrims carries local food and Trader Joe's obviously like that's not their thing. We are not in the Subaru today, we are in the truck. So the groceries go on the passenger side. Got my Homestead brand purse that I'm obsessed with. This thing is so amazing. Got my sample left over, probably just gonna give it to Logan anyways. Now, I know every family is different, everyone's skills are different, but I am personally under the conviction that reading is one of the most important things that you can do for your child as they're growing up, especially like as a homeschooling mom. I just think that if they can harness and understand like the power of reading, then kind of the world is their oyster. And Logan loves when I read to him, so I read to him today while Lizzie was taking her nap, and it was really sweet, though we had to stay bundled up because it was still pretty cold. So now we're gonna do some cooking. So I think I mentioned this maybe even within the last month, but something that I love doing is making a really delicious pasta sauce because Dan loves pasta. It is one of his favorite meals. And the kids, especially Lizzie, really likes pasta as well. Logan, not so much. I tend to have to go the route of like buttered noodles and Parmesan and salt, but Lizzie has a little bit more, I don't know, at least so far, her palate's a little wider, so she tends to eat from this as well. But I started off by cooking up some mushrooms and onions. I got those mushrooms the other day at Costco, if you missed my Costco haul. And then once those were heated up, I did my meat. I started to brown my meat, added my seasoning, and then I used this Victoria organic pasta sauce that I also got from Costco. Once again, shout out to my Costco haul, although actually I don't think I hauled this in that haul, but I was gonna use that. So I finished browning up my meat. I used a bunch of my Malden salt because I was all out of my regular salt. And then I crushed quite a few cloves of garlic because is there such thing as too much garlic? I don't really think so. But as I was saying, I love making a good pasta sauce because I'm not such a fan of pasta. I tend not to actually have pasta, but I like the pasta sauce and I will take it. By the way, there I am adding a little bit of balsamic vinegar to it to just add some more, I don't know, good flavoring. And I will take the pasta sauce and I will actually do like an Italian shakshuka. So I'll put it in a separate pan and I'll crack some eggs on top, and it is so good. So I didn't show that, but just thought I'd throw that little meal tip out there. We are on our way to a photo shoot for my babies. Are you excited, Logan?
Yes.
Very excited. Okay, so we shot pictures a little over a year ago, or no, about a year ago, with my friend Tegan, who's the woman that will be shooting the photos today. And the photos we took with her were so amazing. They were the first photos we ever got of Lizzie that were like, you know, professional vibes, and she was smiling in them. So that was very exciting because at that time, Lizzie was not so much of a smiler. And I'm excited today because we're doing something that she's coined heirloom photos. I don't know if it's her, but I mean, I haven't heard other people say this name. And they're basically like those photos that you would picture from like the 1800s where they're like just shot from here up, and they're gonna be really classic, beautiful photos. That is such a cool house. Okay, so I've never been here before, but look at this cute little office building here in downtown Coeur d'Alene. Wow, what a cool building. We're at the studio. Hey, Elizabeth. Can you say hi? Hi. Lizzie. Lizzie. Can you say yay? She's like, I'm all done.
Great job, high five. It's brother's turn now. And then look at me and give me a silly face. Whoa.
Did I already say that we don't really know what this building is? But my vote is that it's a schoolhouse. When you walk down over on the side, they got this cute little mini water fountain. How sweet is that?
Can you show the camera your face? Oh.
Wow. So I will link Tegan's information down in the info box because if you live anywhere near Coeur d'Alene, seriously, she is a fantastic photographer and works so well with children. We did photos with her last year. I think I already mentioned that, but seriously can't recommend Tegan enough. And if you do go work with her, tell her that I sent you. And yeah, I know you'll love her. Okay guys, so we're at Real Life Church in Post Falls. I've got my sunglasses on because it's a little hot mess today. We've got baby spinning. Okay, we have Miss Emma and Miss Sarah in the distance, so you're kind of blurry, but you're there. And we do a group together that Emma named Abide. It's the Abide Homeschool group. And yeah, we have a blast. We get together like every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Can you sit down on this one?
Emma, besides being an incredible person, also owns a few businesses, and one of them we're going to be doing a giveaway. Do you want to describe?
Sure. So I make non-toxic homemade Play-Doh that is not intended to be eaten.
Don't
but
eat
if
it.
they do eat it, it will just taste terrible.
Yeah,
because it's
exactly.
like a salt dough.
But everything's going to be okay.
Exactly. And I color it using fruit and vegetable extracts powders.
Amazing.
So it's like totally non-toxic,
Amazing.
not terrible for your kiddos. No red dye 40 found here.
Yeah, no red dye 40. Maha, okay?
Exactly.
Maha
And then
Play-Doh.
my biggest thing is I use 100% therapeutic grade essential oils, so it
That's
smells
cool.
heavenly.
Amazing.
And
That's what you want, rather than
Yep.
your kid's hands smelling like glue.
Gotta grab a kid.
Okay, go.
Emma is honestly one of the most incredible women I know. She is a single mom who fostered 2 siblings and ended up adopting them so they could stay together forever. So she is their forever mama now. She is still fostering today, and supporting her business helps her to stay home with her kids and keep saying yes to children who need it. So check out Emma's stuff. I will link her down below.
I'm going to have all of the info. There it is. I'm going to have all the info for the giveaway that I'm going to be doing with Emma down in the info box.
Yes.
I know, we're catching the moment.
You do it. Go, Nikki.
Thanks, Blue. Come yonder. Watch us fly. Ready? Set, go! That was less exciting than I expected, but also very exciting.
You survived.
Thanks, Emma.
You're welcome.
Now, I want to take a moment in this video to encourage you to get off your butt and do something that you have maybe been procrastinating doing that you know deep down in your heart is not that big of a deal, because that's what I did today for our closet turned pantry. By the way, I had to shout out this cereal. A friend gave this to me because her kids didn't like it. My kids love it. Super good, super clean ingredients, simple ingredients. So on this day, I finally was like, Dan, I have to clean this pantry out. It is so ridiculous. So it really didn't take me that long, maybe 20, 30 minutes. Also giving a shout out to Equip. I love Equip protein powder. I do have a discount code for that if you want to check it out. It is the only protein powder that I've tried, at least in recent memory, that doesn't make me bloated or have any kind of like stomach ache. So good. Also, by the way, I did try the Kirkland brand chopsticks, and I want to say that they're just as good as regular chopsticks. I can't say they're better, can't say they're worse. I'd say they're like pretty much the same to me. So anyways, yeah, took everything out of the pantry, and I didn't like take it all out completely before I started restocking or relining it in there, because I just didn't really know where to put everything and I didn't feel like it was necessary. But I took probably 75% of the stuff out. As you can see, my floor got really disgusting from like onion peels and garlic falling on the ground. And so I swept that out. And yes, this is all we have for food storage, guys. We opened up our house when we moved in, like we did the demolition work and opened up the wall between the living room and the kitchen. And that wall was also the pantry. We are really undecided whether that was a good move or a bad move, honestly. So this coat closet is our pantry now, and it's the only pantry we have. We store some extra stuff outside in the garage on some shelves if they're like really big or we have quite a few extra of a certain thing. But in general, this is the only place we have for food storage. And yes, I do wish we had more food storage, but I do in general think that smaller spaces, whether it's like smaller land, closets, storage, whatever, I think it's like good for self-discipline and really learning how to steward like the things and the space that you have. So that's what I'm telling myself with like our small garden space. That's what I'm telling myself with our small pantry is like, girl, just keep it organized and clean and get a grip on things now. And one day, if that's what God has for us, you know, maybe I'll have a big pantry again. So, moving on to more food. When I was cleaning the pantry, I knew we were going to have Smashburgers this night and we wanted fries. So we had boiled our fries after they were cut, because that's one of the tricks to get crispier, fluffier fries. And then I kind of put some olive oil all over the fries before I baked them. But really, I waited till that 15-minute mark to toss the fries back up again and then put more seasoning on and threw them back in the oven for a little bit more. I know olive oil is not the best to bake with, but I do like olive oil sometimes for crisping things up. So that's what what I did for the fries. And then I made Smashburgers. One of you guys DM'd me recently and said Smashburgers are now like your favorite from watching my videos. And to those of you that haven't tried Smashburgers yet, you got to go for it because it's literally a game changer for at-home burgers and feels like you're eating out. Like seriously, so amazing. You can put Worcestershire, or I did balsamic on this day with some seasoning on top. So good. And then as you saw, I put the cheese on top, the lid on, let it melt. And then I just wanted to skip ahead. I didn't film the rest of it. I like when I made the burger, but I'm obsessed with this chocolate bar, this Alter Eco chocolate bar. And with my lunch, I also had one of these Spindrift Berry Bellinos. So good. And I had an insanely juicy Tangelo because I heard that if you have like a vitamin C fruit with your protein or your red meat, it actually helps you absorb iron better. So I do that. I also just like oranges with my food, as we all know. So yeah, guys, that is it for this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up, leave me a comment, letting me know your thoughts. And don't forget to check out the giveaway that I'm doing in this video and over on Instagram with my friend Emma. I will, God willing, see you guys back here soon with another new video. And that's all. Bye.